Welcome to the BMW Motorcycle Club of Queensland's How-To series. Today we're going to look at another administrative role, and that is managing the users in the database. First we have to log into the back end by, after the letters CMS in the URL, we type the word administrator. We'll get the administrator's login come up and we log in as an administrator. The main area where you find all the users in the back end is under Components, under Community Builder and User Manager. These pages contain all the users in the back end database. If we wanted to create a new user, for instance, we have to click on New User. We have a series of tabs. The first two tabs really don't require any input whatsoever, unless we actually want to change the levels for the user. Under Contact Info, we must enter the user's full name, email address, username, password, and then verify the password. In the next tab, we must fill in everything that has the orange icon against it, which basically indicates that this field is required. So we enter member number, postal address A and B, etc. If you do not know the motorcycle that they're actually riding, my suggestion is just to use other for the time being. Once we've filled in all those fields, we can then click Save and the user will be saved. I won't do so because I'm working in a live version of the system. Okay, say we wanted to change a user's information. We notice that Richard here does not have any subscription, but there's an error in the system. He needs to be activated. We click on the name, and then under subscription we can click on Reactivate for a single membership. When we do so, it will be reactivated as of today's date. Okay, in most cases this will be okay. If it's not, then we have to change that date, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, under Components, Community Builder, come down to where it says Plugin Management. Item number 17 is the Paid Subscriptions module. Once we're in there, we have to click on Subscriptions. Here are all the subscriptions available. In the filter, I can type the name of the person we're after, and when the line comes up, we do not click on these parts here, but we go right across to the right hand side where there's an ID number and click on the ID number. You'll notice here that the subscription date, the last renewal date and expiration date are all there. All we have to do in this case is change the date. The date is in reverse order, so the 30th of January 2007. The status we would change to active, and we would change the dates including the expiration date to what they should be. If we need to duplicate, we can copy and paste into the expiration date, and say for instance it was the 30th of January 2009 that the person registered. That's how we would set it up, and then we would change this because it's a yearly subscription to 2010. Change this to active and then save. That would ensure that the member is now a paid up subscription with an expiry date of the 30th of the 1st 2010. That's how we change the date for the information. And basically that's about it. In the paid subscription area, we have settings which you do not need to touch, gateways which you do not need to touch, plans you do not need to touch. The only area you need to go into is subscriptions. You can also go into payments to see what payments have been made. For instance, these are the payments that have been made in the last 7 days. You can also see complete history logs as well, and any other information like statistics. The payment center is self-explanatory, and I'll provide a manual for that. Going back to the user manager, just remember the one important thing is when you click on that button there, reactivate, that it actually puts it through on today's date. If it isn't correct, then you have to change it. And that ends the information about doing it, controlling a user.